Well, a very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Bakersfield College, but more importantly, welcome to Memorial Stadium. This is an inaugural show. It's the first one of its kind, the BC Renegade football pregame show presented by Hard Rock Casino Tejon. This is going to be an unbelievable event. We are so excited to have you with us. I'm Vance Palm, my partner Tom Myers, and these fabulous Bakersfield College Renegade cheerleaders. We were telling them that this is a part of history. It's the first time ever show that we've done something like this, Tom, and we've got so much to get into. But first and foremost, we want to say to this iconic, unbelievably well-known institution and this great stadium, happy 70th birthday to Memorial Stadium. Can you believe a place like this, 7 decades old, Tom?
And college football is back. One of us woke up this morning and he looked in the mirror and he said, yeah, it's college football, let's go. And the other one combed his hair. I'll let the viewers decide which one was which. What a fantastic, absolutely fantastic day it is. Great weather up here at BC. Looking forward to a really fantastic beginning to the 70th season.
The genesis of this show kind of took shape early in the spring. The idea was, look, we're coming up on the 70th birthday party. We have someone in the athletics department, Todd Hansen, that reached out to the new casino that's taking shape here, and it's a perfect partnership. So they decided we want to get involved in the community. We want to be a part of it, and they've got the Tejon tribe involved. It's the Hard Rock Casino Tejon, and we have guests coming in from that institution today, and we also have some more guests. Let me get a quick rundown of what the show is going to be like. We've got 5 shows. They're going to be at all the home games. Today, the first one, and it's the big birthday party for Memorial Stadium. We'll have one in 2 weeks, and we'll keep you abreast of all of that. But the idea is that we're going to talk football in the first quarter. Second and third quarter, we've got some guests. Maybe sometimes even in the fourth quarter, we'll have some guests like today because it's a packed show for the first one. And then we go to OT, we go to overtime, and we just really kind of put a bow on it with the whole show and some football. So get ready. Our guests today in the second quarter, we're fortunate enough to have one of the bosses, the boss, Ayanna Tweety, the athletic director, is going to be our first guest coming up in the second quarter. And then we're going to have a gentleman that played football here, grew up here, coached here, knows everybody up here. He's the general manager of Rio Bravo Country Club, a big partnership that we're going to have a great time with. And then our final guest is the vice president of food and beverage for the Hard Rock Casino, and that's Ken Juno, and he'll be here shortly. So, having said that, let's jump in right away, Tom. By the way, we want to thank Mother Nature for bringing us some wind today, but with all of these beautiful archives that Bethany set up, it's going to be a challenge. Hey, first quarter, let's jump into football, my man. Go.
Alan Hancock, they're going to give everything they can today to Bakersfield College. And you know what? Last week, Orange Coast, they handled Orange Coast 42-20. And so, I mean, really, honestly, if we're talking about a heavy team, 5 touchdowns on offense, 1 on defense. I mean, we're talking just a crazy amount of scoring and the ability to get it done. Takai Aziz had pick 6 and took it back 55 yards. The other 5 touchdowns from 5 different players. So not even sticking with just the one player going back to the well multiple times. They had multiple different players to go to. So really what we're looking at, the leading offense on this place, quarterback Drake Messamore. And Messamore, 19 of 28 for 328 yards. And what a fantastic showing by him. 2 touchdown passes on the day. So really look to him to be the leader today. And also rushing, Terrell Harley, 13 carries, 59 yards, and a touchdown. Total rushing, though, 124 yards. So we're going to really get into what kind of an offense they're going to run today because they are really pass-heavy. And so when you think about it, 328 yards passing and only 124 rushing, we really know kind of what we're looking at with a Hancock game today.
Two guys, 450 yards, though.
Absolutely. So Elias Martinez, Dylan Heath, and Tay Armstrong Jr., they combined for 193 receiving yards just for the 3 of them. So that's really going to be kind of an important thing as to what we're looking at with what the defense is going to see on the side of the Bakersfield College Renegades. Important, though, Tay Armstrong Jr., a multifaceted player, much like our own Jacoby last year, who ended up moving on. Unfortunately, we don't have him again, but 116 yards combined in punt returns. So special teams today for the Renegades is going to be really important.
I think about Alan Hancock, and I always think skill set. Even when I was calling the Renegade games and when I was growing up here, Alan Hancock always has skill set guys. They've always got very speedy receivers. They've always got guys with great hands. They've always got a speedy running back. About 4 or 5 years ago, they had a tank of a running back. I'm looking forward to your assessment on Bakersfield College defense.
Well, also the one thing, though, you talk about skill guys, it's the run defense against Orange Coast with the 65 yards, and it was Jacob Nelson and Connor Wiles, the two of them really leading that defense. And the defense only allowed, again, 175 yards passing out of Orange Coast. So really, they really need to keep on, Bakersfield College is really going to have to worry about the run defense. And we're a run-strong team. I mean, let's think about it. Last week against Santa Ana, we ran the ball for over 300 yards. I mean, honestly, that's the strong point of this Bakersfield College Renegades offense. And so what we're going to have to do today, only 100 yards passing, and that was split pretty much between Malachi Statler and Carson Woods. And the two of them, Carson Woods, a bounce back from North Texas. And what we're really thinking here is that the two of them are kind of similar in their stats, about 50% passing, but only 100 yards between the two of them. But really, the big point of that one was the run game. 214 yards, Bubba Nettles doing the heavy lifting. I saw Bubba Nettles down in the training facility 2 weeks ago.
Did you work out with him?
I did, actually. I got some mad gains. And I'll tell you what, Bubba Nettles, when I talked to him, I said, hey, man, you're going to do the heavy lifting this year. And he kind of looked at me and didn't really, he's like kind of, he's a little bit a very confident man, but a very humble guy. And I'll tell you what, I knew last year he was going to be something special. This year he is going to be something special. The Renegades are going to put their offense on his back and have them carry through.
I heard from one of my sources that the running back room in general, the running backs together as a core group for the Renegades is going to be something, that everyone's going to have to look out for.
Absolutely, because you got Ian Jernigan. And Ian Jernigan out of Garces High School in his sophomore year, honestly, that's really one of the other backups that we're looking at. He carried the ball 14 times for 50 yards last week. And then Corey Watkins Jr. carried the ball 7 times for 36 yards. And so they split the carries up. Mostly it was handled by Bubba Nettles, but 2 other running backs can do the job. And so really that's kind of what we're looking at. On the receiving side, though, here's the big one. And I think that the pass game for the Renegades is something that we're really going to have to focus on tonight. And Malachi Statler and Carson Woods, coach is going to have to figure out which one it's going to be. It's kind of hard to run behind a 2-quarterback system, but they're different kinds of quarterback. Carson Woods can stand in the pocket and kind of issue the ball at will from where he goes. Malachi Statler, though, extends plays with his legs. He's the guy, and I've watched that guy play for about 6 years now, and I've kind of seen what he's capable of. And honestly, I think the Renegades for tonight will be better served by Malachi Statler being behind center.
Saw Matthias up here. Matt, the kicking coach, punting coach, was up here kind of wandering around, and he's looking forward to his guys.
Absolutely, and he should. And, honestly, special teams is really going to be important this year. So what we're talking about, special teams was the Achilles heel of this Renegade squad last year. They lost 2 to 3 games because of the kicking game. So really what we're talking about, Carlos Villa, hey, fantastic job last week. 2 for 2 on field goals and hit both extra points. He scored more than anybody on the team with 8. When your kicker scoring more than everybody else, that's a big deal. So honestly, I think that Carlos Villa is really kind of what we're looking at today.
All right, Titan Tom, we've got about 2 minutes left here to cover this defense, and then we'll bookend this. We'll be back in overtime to kind of go through some of the intangibles and game predictions. We've got 2 minutes left here.
Well, yeah, and defense is a tough one because there's a lot of guys. Aiden Moreno, leading tackler with 9 tackles last week. Mario Rivas Jr. with 6. Freshman linebacker Logan Slayton out of my school, Frontier High School. Logan had 5 tackles. And then here's the big one.
What a stud.
Freshman, number 12, Brody Herta out of Bakersfield Christian, making an immediate influence on this squad. 2.5 sacks and a forced fumble as a freshman. And he's a big guy. So really, that's kind of what's going to help, I think, the Renegades. But they're going to have to get after that quarterback today if they have any chance of stopping the Hancock Bulldogs.
What about the DBs?
Well, sophomore Richard Gooden. I'm a huge Richard Gooden fan suddenly.
Oh, yeah.
Richard Gooden, 2 interceptions last week. He had 1 all year, and then one of those he returned for 102 yards. So not only is he getting the ball, but after he catches the ball, it's the yards after catch that he does such a great job with. So Richard Gooden really going to lead that defensive secondary today.
Okay, before we break, because we're about to break, quick intangibles. Just what do you think about your intangibles you put down here?
Well, the intangibles, it's going to be the kicking game today. Again, losing 2 or 3 games last year, I think the kicking game is really going to be important because our run game against this very strong Hancock Bulldog defense, that's going to be a really tough one. The Renegades are going to get down into the red zone, but everybody knows that defensive line and that defensive front tightens up every time you get into the red zone. So the kicking game is going to be really important. Carlos Villa is going to be relied on big time today.
Heavy lifting done already by Tom. If there's ever a reason to get the pom-poms going, it's for this guy right here. That was fantastic. We'll be back. When we come back, we'll have our very first guest, the athletic director. Ladies, have a great afternoon. Look forward to seeing you down on the field. We'll be right back right after this.
Life's better when you're a member of Valley Strong Credit Union. Because footing the bill's hard, but getting points makes it easy. And going to the pharmacy's a pain. But saving on your prescriptions is a relief. And unexpected bills are hard. But getting your paycheck direct deposited early makes it easier. When life moves, keeping up is easy with Valley Strong's new checking benefits. Life's better when you're a member of Valley Strong Credit Union. Because footing the bill's hard, but getting points makes it easy. And going to the pharmacy's a pain. But saving on your prescriptions is a relief. And unexpected bills are hard. But getting your paycheck direct deposited early makes it easier. When life moves, keeping up is easy with Valley Strong's new checking benefits.
Can I get a better business loan rate?
Searching. Recipe for cake.
Business owners have questions.
I can answer your questions.
Valley Strong has solutions. Learn how our cash management services can support your business.
Can I get a better business loan rate?
Searching. Recipe for cake.
Business owners have questions.
I can answer your questions.
Valley Strong has solutions. Learn how our cash management services can support your business.
Can I get a better business loan rate?
Searching. Recipe for cake.
Business owners have questions.
I can answer your questions.
Valley Strong has solutions. Learn how our cash management services can support your business.
Welcome back. That was a fun first quarter. Tom, thanks for the heavy lifting. Appreciate all of the legwork. During the second quarter, I'm going to introduce our guest in a moment. You're going to start to hear our big scoreboard going on. You're going to start to hear the machinations of a big operation. It's going to get in here because kickoff's at 6, so our show is perfectly poised right during everything that's going to be going on under the direction, under the leadership of our athletic director. Ladies and gentlemen, we love the fact that our first glimpse into the global spotlight for her is on our show. Ayanna Tweety, the athletic director. First and foremost, welcome. Great to have you with us.
Thank you for having me.
Your very first game at Memorial Stadium happens to be the 70th birthday. It's got to be somewhat of a surreal trip. Like your first home game as the boss is like a big deal.
It is a big deal. I mean, it still feels surreal that I'm here back in California for the second time in a row, and so I'm really excited and blessed just to have the opportunity to serve.
Great to have you here.
Yeah.
So tell us about yourself and what brought you to Bakersfield College.
Absolutely. So I like to call myself a surfer from Virginia, and grew up as a student athlete, went to Bowie State University and Bowie, Maryland, and now I'm a Hall of Famer. So as an administrator, I just want to continue to give back to our student athletes and coaches. And what brought me to BC, outside of the tradition, the support, and the love, I've heard a lot of great things about BC. I didn't realize a lot of my colleagues were born in this area, went to BC for their undergraduate education, and I'm excited to just continue to give back in a really strong way.
I want to touch on that because having been here, how long have you been here now? A month?
3 weeks.
Okay, less than a month. So, and I met you at Media Day. It was great.
Yes.
Having been here for just a short time, you touched on it, so I want to kind of capture that thought of what have you kind of started to pick up about the Renegade tradition? Every school has a tradition. You did when you were in college, but what have you picked up from the community about the Renegade tradition?
It's loud. It's booming.
Yeah, we're hearing it right now, right?
It's thriving. A lot of the alums that I've been able to just get in contact with have come back, and now they're working at BC. A lot of our coaches and staff members are working at BC, and it just tells me that they love the support that they had when they were students here, and they want to return it and make an impact. And so I'm ready to be a part of that family and that impact, but definitely it's a strong tradition, especially from the cannon that's going to go off at every time we score. I hope we score a lot today.
Tom, are we practicing the cannon too, Tom?
They have. I think they are going to be practicing the cannon in a little while. Yeah, we have to be ready for it.
Yes.
And I'm in the press box, so yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, I just need to be aware so I can close my ears.
I stole your question, Tom. You take mine.
Yeah, can you talk about the vision that you have for BC athletes and the goals that you have for the team, students, athletes, and coaches.
Yeah, in short, I really just want to make sure that we have the resources and funding needs that we have to make sure they have a strong academic foundation, but also translate it over into their athletics. And so they're student athletes, they're student first, and we want to make sure that they have the academic tutors that they need to be successful, but also make sure that we have the foundation we need. So getting our coaches and staff into professional development opportunities, and so that we can create a holistic experience for our student athletes. And so that's what happened to me when I came up in undergrad, and that's what I want to make sure they have one here.
What did you graduate with, by the way? What was your degree in?
Childhood education.
Childhood education. All right, that wasn't in the questions I sent you, but as I'm hearing,
I had to remember.
No, as I'm hearing you, I just love hearing. I just really enjoy what I'm hearing. As I thought I would throw that in there. And by the way, Tom and I just figured we would throw you into the fire. Wind, testing the scoreboard, all of our props blowing off, and as cool as a cucumber. You know, when we had you up at Rio Bravo for Media Day, you spoke to everyone there. It was a good 90-minute session with all those student athletes, and not lost on anybody up there is that beautiful resort. And we have Mike coming in to talk about that, and we had a whole background there, and these freshmen that had just come from high school are doing a media day, and that beautiful vista, Bakersfield at Rio Bravo Country Club. My question to you is, and now we see our representatives from Hard Rock here that are going to be on the show here. You know, Ayanna, how important is it for an institution over 100 years old with a 70th birthday to have these kind of corporate partnerships, relationships like we have with Rio Bravo, like we have with Hard Rock, like we have with so many in the community? You've seen it in your travels. How important are these relationships?
They're really important. They add to the impact for the student athlete experience, but the two things that come to mind are exposure and recruitment, but also the career development that our students need. And so we want to make sure that we prepare them for not just their sport, but prepare them for life. And if these corporate sponsors can come in and do some financial literacy classes, ways that they can expand their brand, that's a plus on us. And so we love the exposure. Did you ever think you'd be talking expanding your brand when you were, going through college? Absolutely.
Yeah, well, you would. I'm 50 years older than you. That's why.
Seasoned. Remember, we talked about that season.
You're the best. You're too smart for me.
And you're talking about the brand and what we're doing to expand the brand. What's the main goal here, or one of the goals, to get more fans in the stands here at Bakersfield College? What are we looking for?
A pop of more red. We need some more red. We need our student athletes on more of our billboards, more of our doors. We got to get more people that are smarter than me to come into this space to talk about what can we do to make this a little bit better. I mean, just driving into town, we can do some more things by putting BC on the map. And I want to bring some partners to the table to see how can we do that in a more special way to honor who came before us, but also bring into the new this new era of sport.
Boy, I love that. More red.
We need more red.
It's a great idea. I've got one more question. I'm going to hold it because we're doing good on time. So we're with Ayanna Tweety. This is the new athletic director. We're so stoked to have her here. You've been through this area before, though. So, what are your thoughts on Bakersfield? Let me ask you this question. And I didn't send you this question.
Okay.
You and I talked about, your traffic and, the routes that you take. Mm-hmm. Name me a non-chain restaurant, a non-chain, national chain restaurant that you've been taken to already, or somebody showed off to you and you said, ooh.
I'm going to get the restaurant wrong,
well,
but it's a taco spot, and I think it's called, is it better than your mama or not your mama tacos or something like that? It's expensive, but it's a great. The burrito tacos are amazing.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have just now launched an exploratory study on the name of this taco joint because I want to get there, man. That is good. You're going to be taken to a lot of great spots. We have a ton of great food. I'm going to close up with my final question. And thank you for your time, by the way. A lot going on. Tom said he saw you coming through the tunnel today, and you were kind of already making sights and sounds and pacing.
Absolutely.
At Media Day, I'm going to quote you. You said, I will be the loudest fan at all these games.
Absolutely.
So, are you ready for the home opener and the 70th birthday tonight at this iconic stadium? Are you ready to go?
I am. Let's play some football.
Let's get a prediction from you.
Oh, goodness. See, that wasn't on the paper.
I've thrown a lot at you. I might not have a gig. This may be my last gig with Bakersfield College, but we're going to go. Renegades win by 7, by 10.
Ooh, let's make it interesting. By 3.
A 3-point win by the boss, Ayanna Tweety. We cannot thank you enough. We had so much fun with you. Won't be the last time you're going to be here. We'll try to close up the season with you, but thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it. When we come back, we'll have a guest from Rio Bravo Country Club. She's awesome. Back right after this.
Can I get a better business loan rate?
Searching. for cake.
Business owners have questions.
I can answer your questions.
Valley Strong has solutions. Learn how our cash management services can support your business.
Life's better when you're a member of Valley Strong Credit Union. Because footing the bill's hard, but getting points makes it easy. And going to the pharmacy's a pain. But saving on your prescriptions is a relief. And unexpected bills are hard. But getting your paycheck direct deposited early makes it easier. When life moves, keeping up is easy with Valley Strong's new checking benefits. Life's better when you're a member of Valley Strong Credit Union. Because footing the bill's hard, but getting points makes it easy. And going to the pharmacy's a pain. But saving on your prescriptions is a relief. And unexpected bills are hard. But getting your paycheck direct deposited early makes it easier. When life moves, keeping up is easy with Valley Strong's new checking benefits. Life's better when you're a member of Valley Strong Credit Union. Because footing the bill's hard, but getting points makes it easy. And going to the pharmacy's a pain. But saving on your prescriptions is a relief. And unexpected bills are hard. But getting your paycheck direct deposited early makes it easier. When life moves, keeping up is easy with Valley Strong's new checking benefits. Life's better when you're a member of Valley Strong Credit Union. Because footing the bill's hard, but getting points makes it easy. And going to the pharmacy's a pain. But saving on your prescriptions is a relief. And unexpected bills are hard. But getting your paycheck direct deposited early makes it easier. When life moves, keeping up is easy with Valley Strong's new checking benefits.
Welcome back. We have a guest we'll get to in a moment, but Tom, how about Ayanna?
A fantastic addition to Bakersfield College and really kind of a go-getter. Looking forward to working with her a lot the next couple of years here.
What was great is that she met our guest at Media Day because he was our host, and you see them over there, Mike, so it's just a great thing to have up here. Thank you so much to our boss. Well, our next guest here, by the way, welcome back. This is the Renegade Football Tailgate pregame show brought to you, presented by Hard Rock Casino Hotel Tejon. We have our guests there. They're going to be up here soon. Can't wait to talk to our friend Ken about everything that's going on up there. It's going to be a blast. But now we have a very, very special guest for a lot of reasons. This gentleman grew up here. We're going to hear about his thoughts on Memorial Stadium in a moment. He was out playing out here in the parking lot as a kid at the tailgates. Played at West High School. He and Tom are high school mates from West High School. And then he coached 4 different teams in high school. He's been a big part of the football community here. And as important as that is, he's also the general manager of the aforementioned Rio Bravo Country Club, who has become just an unbelievable partner with us at Bakersfield College. And we'll talk about that in a moment. But for all of our audience out there, we'd like to welcome Mike Gregg. Mike, great to have you here. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
Appreciate being here. We talked about it. You grew up playing football here. You and I have talked about this many times. You were a coach for a lot of years with 4 different high schools here. When you were driving up here today to this 70th birthday iconic Memorial Stadium, like we all do, we have thoughts and memories. Mike, let's start talking first about what Memorial Stadium means to you.
Big time thing about Memorial Stadium to me that it almost brings tears to my eyes.
That's
I
okay.
was up here with my dad all the time.
Oh, okay.
And we tailgated pretty much every single home game from by the time I could walk until I was through high school and went to college, played baseball up here at BC. And even at that time, we tailgated every week here. We went to every football game you could imagine. And the memories of all the great games, the close wins, the bad victories, or the bad losses, I was exciting of it. Got to see some unbelievable football players play up here that went on to go to the NFL, and it was awesome to watch.
Let's talk about some of your good longtime friends that you either played under and then became colleagues with them and friends with them, coaches that spent a lot of time up here, names that all of our viewers will know.
Yeah, I was fortunate enough in 2006 to go to Foothill with Dennis Manning and Kevin Sneed and coach with them. and learned a ton about football. I thought I knew something, but I didn't know nothing until I got with those guys. And they taught me pretty much everything I knew. Dave Titsworth, one of my old coaches at West High, taught me a lot too. And then going on, when they moved to Ridgeview, taking over, you learn more about it. And I couldn't be grateful enough that I got the opportunity to coach with them. Kevin actually coached up here under Coach Greider, which I was up here every single game watching them play. And Dave Titsworth was coaching with them, and it was awesome watching. And I just feel privileged that I got that opportunity to do that.
So having bottled up all that information that we know about you, the reason you're here today is because you're the general manager at one of Kern County's jewels, and I mean an absolute jewel. I've been playing up there since the week it opened when I was in high school, way back in the 80s. I remember playing up there the first week Rio Bravo Country Club opened, and it is an absolutely stunning place. It's up on the hills as you go into the canyon. And Bakersfield College and Rio Bravo Country Club have really formed a very special relationship. So the surreal part of it is, after all you talked about your memory and your childhood and your friends, you're here for a totally different reason, but not so much. Let's talk about that relationship.
So back in the spring of 24, the Bakersfield College came up to us and wanted to partner with us with golf, for men's and women's golf. And we sat down and had a discussion, and it was going to work from the beginning. I mean, they wanted us to be part of it. We wanted them to be part of it. And we have all the kids up there each day. Every day they want to be up there practicing, playing. We have a set to where even coaches can come up. If basketball coaches, McCall's up there playing all the time because in the off season. And we really love having them up there being part of it, because we want to be part of. And the big picture is helping kids get better at what their sport is and being a great student athlete.
I love it.
Tell us about the vision that you have for RBCC and what you got coming this fall and into 2026.
We have, if you've been up there, and I know Vance has been up there and seen.
Whoa! I don't go up there much.
Yeah, ton of work that's going on right now. The construction it's a lot. And we've got tons more going. It's going to take a couple of years before everything's completed, but when it is, it's going to be one of the top courses around. And it's just taking time, and we're excited every time something gets completed, but we know that we've got more to do, and we're excited about it. A few things for next year. We're hoping to have some pickleball courts in. We're hoping to have we're actually started on our driving range, getting it completely redone, resodded, grassed on it so we can put our top golf in. And when we start that going, and then the next phase is going to be, we're going to be doing some construction downstairs, cleaning stuff up, and we're really excited, but it's going to be a lot.
Yeah, let's go back a little bit. One, I wanted to talk a little bit about you and I, kindred spirits from West High in 1989, and of course, the biggest high school football game ever in the history of Kern County was that championship game between West High School and Bakersfield.
That was a heck of a weekend, actually. When I saw some of these, I saw that, and I already knew how I was going to answer this one, because I saw that when you talk about something, the memories. I mean, I was bittersweet for me because I tore my ACL and I didn't get to play, but all of my buddies and all of our friends were playing on that field that night in front of 18,000 people. And it didn't go our way, but the memories that those guys will get to keep are awesome.
Well, the memories that we got to keep are pretty awesome, because we still talk about it, you know. I mean, and Cliff Turk being just an absolute beast, and Ben Rodriguez, you know, I mean, that was one of the greatest games they still talk about to this day.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. I see Ben all the time. Cliff lives in Missouri now, and I see Ben quite a bit. We get together with a group of West High guys still to this day. And the crazy thing is that next day, I was out there tailgating with my dad, because that's when VC came back and beat Fullerton to win the national championship with Stan Green's comeback, and that was the same weekend. Another 18,000 people in the stands. And that
absolutely.
Was awesome.
So when you think about BC football and the legacy that it's left on our community, you know, what's the secret sauce for making it such a great institution?
Well, we're sitting in it right now. This stadium, I mean, if you're a kid that's not going to a big school, and I'm going to say this right now, with this new rule where you don't lose eligibility, why in the world would you not come here and play for 2 years, get 2 more years of strength, conditioning, more knowledge, and then head on? You're not even losing 2 years of that, and you get to play in this. It's awesome.
Hey, that's a great corporate partner right there.
Yeah, and not only that, they have a fantastic public address announcer up here.
Yes, they
and
do.
And it's like college level.
Yes. I would say this too, that Bakersfield College has been really blessed with some legendary coaches up here. And I've talked to tons of people that have got to play for them up here, and the one thing that they always say that they learned is the life lessons after coaching or playing for, Collis or Grider, just name them all down the list that I can think of. And every one of them, they always have a lifelong lesson that he's going to taught them to keep going in life, to be tougher and stronger in life.
Love it, Mike. After the next break, you're not done yet. I'm not finished with you, but after the next break, we're going to bring in the representative from Hard Rock Casino. That's a big, big deal they're putting at the bottom of the grapevine, and
Yes.
looking forward to possibly Rio Bravo and Hard Rock starting to get to know each other. I know you guys were talking over there. How important is that, Mike, to have these relationships with the school, having relationships with a place like Rio Bravo, having relationships with Hard Rock? We heard Ayanna, the athletic director, talk about they can learn business acumen, these students. They can do internships, but coming from a local and someone that's running a big country club, how important are these relationships?
I truly believe on our side of it, it is about as important as it gets. My owners really want to have a family-oriented deal up there. And I said it earlier, and I truly believe that we should be working hard for student athletes to become better people and to get smarter, better with their sport, whatever it be, and give them that opportunity to succeed. And I think that's what we're trying to do.
Before the last question, just want to note tonight you've got a nearly sold-out comedy series that starts tonight, a new comedy series all fall. You're almost sold out.
Yes, we got a really good show tonight. There's 4 comedians coming up.
Wow.
It's going to be a good thing. There's about 150 people that are going to be up there upstairs watching, and it's pretty personal. They're right in you. They're going to be getting on the people in the front row, I'm pretty sure. That's why I'll stand in the back.
Well, you're the boss.
Yeah, and we're looking out here in the parking lot, and you're starting to see some stuff fill in. A little earlier, it was a little sparse, a little more than we were used to on an early day, but now it's starting to get a little bit busy. I saw some young ladies over there tossing a football and kind of having a grand old time out in the parking lot. What does that remind you of?
Well, when I get done here, I'm going to go grab some tri-tip from one group and a couple of ribs from another.
And you're bringing some. Did you say you're bringing some
back for us?
Oh, God. All right, last question. Here we go. You're a football guy. Can't let you leave without a football prediction for the tonight's big game. You brand new coach in Tyler Thompson, already 1-0, doing a great job, and Alan Hancock's in town, longtime rival. Your prediction, Mike Gregg?
I think we need to slow the game down, run, and kill the clock. Keep that quarterback off the football field. And if we can do that, we're going to win 27-24.
27-24, Mike Gregg. I appreciate it. Well, man, we can't thank you enough. Some great things happening up at your club. It means a lot to everybody that you took the time to come here. Now you got a very busy schedule. You're going into all of your fall preparation for the fall golfers. From a football guy, we thank you. From a general manager at Rio Bravo, thank you. And as a friend, we thank you, Mike Gregg. Appreciate it, buddy.
Thank you.
Have a great, great night. When we come back, we are finally going to get to our Hard Rock Casino Tejon guests right here on a great show. Hope you're enjoying the first one. Back right after this.
Can I get a better business loan rate?
Searching. Recipe for cake.
Business owners have questions.
I can answer your questions.
Valley Strong has solutions. Learn how our cash management services can support your business.
Can I get a better business loan rate?
Searching. Recipe for cake.
Business owners have questions.
I can answer your questions.
Valley Strong has solutions. Learn how our cash management services can support your business.
Can I get a better business loan rate?
Searching. Recipe for cake.
Business owners have questions.
I can answer your questions.
Valley Strong has solutions. Learn how our cash management services can support your business.
Can I get a better business loan rate?
Searching. Recipe for cake.
Business owners have questions.
I can answer your questions.
Valley Strong has solutions. Learn how our cash management services can support your business.
Life's better when you're a member of Valley Strong Credit Union. Because footing the bill's hard, but getting points makes it easy. And going to the pharmacy's a pain. But saving on your prescriptions is a relief. And unexpected bills are hard. But getting your paycheck direct deposited early makes it easier. When life moves, keeping up is easy with Valley Strong's new checking benefits. Life's better when you're a member of Valley Strong Credit Union. Because footing the bill's hard, but getting points makes it easy. And going to the pharmacy's a pain. But saving on your prescriptions is a relief. And unexpected bills are hard. But getting your paycheck direct deposited early makes it easier. When life moves, keeping up is easy with Valley Strong's new checking benefits. Life's better when you're a member of Valley Strong Credit Union. Because footing the bill's hard, but getting points makes it easy. And going to the pharmacy's a pain. But saving on your prescriptions is a relief. And unexpected bills are hard. But getting your paycheck direct deposited early makes it easier. When life moves, keeping up is easy with Valley Strong's new checking benefits. Life's better when you're a member. Paying the bill's hard, but getting points makes it easy.
Thanks to Mike Gregg, he's out of here. What kind of a cool gig is that? You leave the country club, you drive 8 miles, you come up here, do a quick interview, and then you go back to a country club to have dinner and a comedy show and maybe go out and putt a little bit. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate Rio Bravo. Appreciate everybody for being here today. Before we go too much further, I want to thank you on that camera. Perseus, I want to thank you on that. Julian, you're the man. Thank you. And Gio, as busy as ever, thank you. Todd Hanson, my partner over there, helped put this entire thing together. Bro, it's come to reality, and it's been great. It's a great show already, and it's a success.
We weathered the storm.
Well, I shouldn't get too excited. Don't get too optimistic.
There's a hurricane going on up here.
Our final guest, and we've kind of built it up for a reason because they're sponsoring the show. There's great, great corporate partnerships with us. Ladies and gentlemen of Kern County and beyond, whoever watches this forever, you're about to know this guy pretty well. If you don't meet him face-to-face the first 2 or 3 or 4 months you're over there, you're going to know his imprint has been all over this new facility. Let's welcome Ken Juno. Ken, thank you so much for being here. I have your title, but give it to us at Hard Rock.
So I'm the Vice President of Food and Beverage at the property.
You and I were talking before we went on air. Tom knows my background. I have a cruise industry background, travel background, and I was kind of talking to you about knowing the gig of a food and beverage manager at these unbelievably huge resorts is no small task. And we here down in Bakersfield and Kern County like to eat. We are great restaurants. We like to get it on and get it going. So we have a lot to talk about with you. Thank you for your time. I know it's a busy, busy time for you. Let's get back to your story, because people that will watch this go, man, what a cool gig. I love that. They have no clue how hard you work and the headaches and everything you go through. But at first, how'd you get involved with Hard Rock?
So I joined the company in April of last year.
Oh,
I moved
wow.
from Vegas to Illinois to open a new Hard Rock casino. Had such a great experience that when this opportunity came up, I moved to Bakersfield to do it all over again.
Where were you living in the Midwest?
I was in Rockford, Illinois.
I know Rockford. Yep. Got it. So Rockford, Vegas, Bakersfield. That's the natural transition.
Of
That's the
course.
natural transition.
And obviously, Las Vegas, you got Las Vegas experience, and you're going to bring that here to Bakersfield. That's kind of a big deal for, lowly little Bakersfield from coming to Las Vegas. What do you anticipate Hard Rock being, kind of what it is? It's just Hard Rock. What else is there just besides Hard Rock Cafe? Tell us about some of the restaurants.
We know the name Hard Rock Cafe, right?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah,
Tell us about everything else.
Everyone knows the cafe. That's what started the company. It's certainly at the heart of our culture. In addition to that, we have Plum Lounge, which is an exclusive experience available to certain tiers of Unity, which is Hard Rock's loyalty program. We have Yu, which is our Pan-Asian restaurant. So tons
I'm making notes, man.
Yeah, that's good. I'll send you a press sheet. So tons of wok-fired dishes, noodle soups, rice bowls, dim sum. There's some Indian favorites in there. Certainly something for everyone on that menu.
I hear you guys have assembled a heck of a killer crew for your culinary team. Tell us about some of your chefs.
Yeah, so Chef Gerald Brooks is our property's executive chef, 30-year culinarian with 21 years of that as an executive chef. And he's led operations at some of the largest casinos across the country. Chef Jack Wong, who's going to be leading Yu, again, about 30 years of culinary experience with a focus on Hong Kong and Cantonese cuisines. Chef John Silva, who has done steakhouses and fine dining in numerous California casinos. He's going to lead Plum Lounge and our steakhouse. Chef Sam Alexander, who has done high-volume restaurants at LA Live. He's going to lead Hard Rock Cafe. And Chef Jeremy Fike is going to lead our Marketplace Food Hall. He is a CAC accredited executive chef, and he has spent time in California, Hawaii, and Alaska.
Do you have enough parking?
We hope we do.
Oh, I'm hearing you run down the list of all of this. This is incredible. Before we go too much further, we're with Ken Juno, the VP of Hard Rock Casino Tejon Food and Beverage, but you guys have a major presence today, and I didn't load this into your questions, but there's a major presence on the concourse. You guys are here today to say hi to this big crowd that's going to be rolling in once we open these gates. Everybody ready to go over there?
Absolutely, yeah. Kathy, who's our marketing leader, is ready to roll, ready to meet the community and get them ready to rock.
What's the hippest, hottest place? Because everyone likes to eat, but this crowd likes to party too. This Baco crowd can get to LA in 90 minutes. We can get to Vegas in a few hours. We can get to the coast. We know how to get places where there's something hip, something happening, something hot, something fun. Give us some of the nightlife. What can we expect?
So a couple of choices there. Obviously, the center bar at Hard Rock Cafe is party central. That's where everyone's going to go to watch their favorite game, get their favorite drink.
Yeah, this place is going to be rolling.
We have another bar in our marketplace. Lots of craft cocktails that really pay homage to some of the outlets we have in there. There may or may not be a cocktail that involves fried chicken skin. I'll leave it to your imagination. There's a lot going on.
You have my attention.
Yeah, I can't unhear that. Right. Oh, gosh.
Vance left this question just for me to ask because obviously I look like the guy that likes to eat hamburgers. What's the best hamburger you guys have?
Oh, hands down for me, there's several.
But hard-hitting questions here.
Yeah.
It's the classic at the Hard Rock Cafe. So it's 2 smash burgers stacked with American cheese. Our legendary sauce, you can't go wrong. And pro tip, pair that with our pulled pork loaded tater tots, and you've got a meal.
Did you notice I didn't take notes on any other guests? I was just talking to them, just listening. This one, I'm writing everything down here. All right. So, look, we're ahead of schedule here, and I'm glad we are. And I'm hoping, Kathy, I can just kind of float in some safe questions here. I know you guys are still in transition, still doing a lot. Have you found just kind of the receptiveness of the whole community? You live here now. You've moved here. I found out we live kind of close in the same neck of the woods. How's Kern County treating you?
Amazing. I moved here Easter Sunday alone. My wife joined me later, and I called her that night and said, I was in the grocery store and someone spoke to me, which was really unique. It was pretty exciting. But everyone seems really, really excited about the property opening. The responses we've had as far as employment, our 2 mass hiring events, overwhelming response, and we couldn't be happier.
I follow you on the social. I know tonight is going to be a big night over here as well, but we can feel it. And then, Tom, just letting people know about the show and kind of peeking it out, they were like, Hard Rock, no way, you guys are with us. So it's a big thing to us too.
I've dropped that with a number of people so far, and everyone says, okay, yeah, you're doing a show. But then when I tell them that it's Hard Rock being the sponsor, all of a sudden their ears perk up and everybody gets a little bit interested. And they all start asking me questions about Hard Rock, and I can't answer them. We're getting the information from you guys. But the hiring, couple of times you guys have opened those for hiring and had people coming to fill out applications. Yep. Have been tremendous.
Absolutely.
Talk about those a little bit.
Yeah, so we had 2 hiring events on consecutive days very recently. Massive response. Folks are waiting in line to get in.
What a blessing to the community here.
Yeah, it really is. Almost 1,000 positions that we're going to have filled by the time we open. Everyone's ultra excited. It's just great response. We couldn't have asked for more.
As the VP of Hard Rock Casino Tejon and food and beverage, of the food and beverage.
Just so you know, he's getting ready to drop a bomb.
No, hang on a second. It's a fair question.
He set it up. He set it up pretty heavily.
No, I didn't talk about it with Kathy, but this is a pedestrian question because you're now a resident of Kern County. I would love to know where you've found here in Baco, proper or Baco out in you said, oh my gosh, I've tasted everything in the world. This is amazing.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Can he get in trouble answering that or no? He's okay?
Like I said.
Can I say
actual
setting you up. Names?
So we've got the VP of Marketing watching this very closely. I get it. I dig it.
To be fair, yes. I have a massive list of restaurants that I'm still working through. But I love Zama downtown.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
And I love
great environment. Yeah.
The Botanist for cocktails.
Another
fantastic.
One,
Tom, hit them up. They owe us already. All right. Here's the final question. I read your bio. I know where you went to college. So that's going to be tough for us to surpass that team. But after this glowing experience you spent with us today, I know it's been a life-changing one for you, and the warmth that you've been receiving from Kern County and the excitement of that new property that's opening, can we hope and assume that the Bakersfield College Renegades will now become your second favorite college football team?
I'll be buying a shirt soon.
Oh, we love hearing that.
Okay, now I'm going to drop the bomb.
Okay, I have nothing to do with this, Kathy.
your prediction for today's game.
All right, let's go.
Bakersfield College Renegades versus the Hancock Bulldogs. What do you see?
We win by how much?
Oh, Kathy, help me out. By 7. There you go.
She's got
Hold on.
7.
They both spent a lot of time in Vegas. If anybody knows the line, anybody knows how to bet it, it would be these two. So a win by 7. Ken, thank you so much.
Thanks
It's
for
been a
having
real
me.
pleasure being here.
Thanks
Thank
so
you
much.
for all of your
Thank
help.
you.
We look forward to so much. There's a lot going on here tonight. Please, if you're coming up to the game, if you're hearing this, if you're watching this, make sure you get over to the concourse. It's going to be a great one. We are so pleased to have you with us. They're our main sponsor here for everything Hard Rock Casino Tejon. Back right after this with Overtime.
Life's better when you're a member of Valley Strong Credit Union. Because footing the bill's hard, but getting points makes it easy. And going to the pharmacy's a pain. But saving on your prescriptions is a relief. And unexpected bills are hard. But getting your paycheck direct deposited early makes it easier. When life moves, keeping up is easy with Valley Strong's new checking benefits. Life's better when you're a member of Valley Strong Credit Union. Because footing the bill's hard, but getting points makes it easy. And going to the pharmacy's a pain. But saving on your prescriptions is a relief. And unexpected bills are hard. But getting your paycheck direct deposited early makes it easier. When life moves, keeping up is easy with Valley Strong's new checking benefits. Life's better when you're a member of Valley Strong Credit Union. Because footing the bill's hard, but getting points makes it easy. And going to the pharmacy's a pain. But saving on your prescriptions is a relief. And unexpected bills are hard. But getting your paycheck direct deposited early makes it easier. When life moves, keeping up is easy with Valley Strong's new checking benefits. Life's better when you're a member of Valley Strong Credit Union. Because footing the bill's hard, but getting points makes it easy. And going to the pharmacy's a pain. But saving on your prescriptions is a relief. And unexpected bills are hard. But getting your paycheck direct deposited early makes it easier. When life moves, keeping up is easy with Valley Strong's new checking benefits. Life's better when you're a member of Valley Strong Credit Union. Because footing the bill's hard, but getting points makes it easy. And going to the pharmacy's a pain. But saving on your prescriptions is a relief. And unexpected bills are hard. But getting your paycheck direct deposited early makes it easier. When life moves, keeping up is easy with Valley Strong's new checking benefits. Life's better when you're a member of Valley Strong Credit Union. Because footing the bill's hard.
Said, don't let these things fly off.
And they took off the second that we came on. Great to have everybody back with us.
The music's right on cue, man. I said during the break, John, didn't I say, Tom, don't let these fly off. And go. Hey, how much fun, how spectacular is that casino going to be?
Absolutely. I'm really kind of looking forward to, and we don't even know the remainder of it. Right now, it's just the restaurants that are going to get open at the casino. But coming up later on down the road, a concert venue, a hotel and casino, the whole thing is just going to be a fantastic addition to Kern County, especially down at the Tejon Ranch.
We're not there yet, right? Because we don't see it yet. We're not in it yet. But I'm here to tell you, I've been from this background. When people get in there, it's just going to be absolutely mind-blowing. All right, we call this overtime. We thought about fifth quarter, very lame. We thought about sudden death, it's football. Overtime is what it is, but we've given us a nice window to work through some things. And first and foremost, if Tom had more respect for all the things we were putting up here, he wouldn't let them blow over. Bethany from the archives. How about this, Tom? How about Bethany from the archives set up everything? We have
all this,
everything here.
Fantastic
and
job.
The archives department is like, these are from when Tom Myers played at West High School. These are Tom's cleats from when he played nose tackle at West High School. How about this, Tom? This postcard right here. This is 50 years ago tomorrow. 70 years ago tomorrow, September 7th.
And in remarkably good shape.
70 years look, that is incredible. We have a ton of things over at the archives today. So if you're watching this on YouTube and you're going to the game tonight, you're coming to the game tonight, or any night, you're going to see our archives set up. All these great photos of when Memorial Stadium came to life and some key moments, some timelines of it, and a collector's edition tonight, Bakersfield College game day, celebrating 70th anniversary of Memorial Stadium. David Manning, who went into the Hall of Fame last year, his family built this stadium. And on that note, with the Hall of Fame, all of this and more will be involved in the Hall of Fame, and the Hall of Fame is coming up very shortly. Our BC Athletics Hall of Fame, October 9th, 2 nights before homecoming right here. Always a fun time. I'm going to have you involved, so you better get your schedule cleared. You'll be playing a role this year in the Hall of Fame. So, Tom, if we talk about this show today, our first one ever, major success. Thank you for everything. Thank you for the heavy lifting early. Great guest in Ayanna Tweety, the athletic director, her vision for what she has for this school and the student athletes. We had Mike Gregg from Rio Bravo. Talk about a corporate partnership that's already paying dividends, and from a local that played here. And then we bring on, Ken from Hard Rock Casino Tejon to talk about this exciting stuff. This is what we want the show to be about. We've got football. We're going to close with football, but there's so much more to this community and the stadium than just football.
Really, and what we're trying to do is just point out the great things that Bakersfield has to offer and all of the partnerships that we're building in order to make this a better college and an experience for all of our athletics and students here.
Titan Tom, we call him, for a long time, and continuing to be. And last night, he's in the booth for Frontier High School as the voice of the Titans. Anyone that rolls across the campus at Frontier High School knows that they're going to be blessed with the voice of Titan Tom. However, he is now the voice of Memorial Stadium. His office is the best office in Bakersfield. He overlooks the entire valley because he is the voice of Memorial Stadium. I like to say he's the voice of Panorama. It's his voice that we'll be hearing tonight. Before we go into our predictions, tell us about your gig up there in your office.
Well, I mean, about 4 years ago, Bakersfield College came calling and said, hey, we need a new voice up in the box. And we've heard, and thanks to Todd Hansen, he was kind of instrumental in getting me here. But the real thanks goes back 16 years to my wife, Christy. And boy, I tell you what, I wouldn't be Titan Tom or the announcer that I am here at Bakersfield College if it wasn't for that fantastic lady, my wife, Christy Myers. And you've met her, you know her. She's just a wonderful lady. She is my spotter up there. So Saturday nights are date night for the two of us. And you know what? Nobody calls better plays after they've happened and giving me the information on the tackler and the ball carrier and the receiver and the quarterback than Christy. She's a fantastic spotter, the best in the business. And really, I can't call a game unless I have her by my side.
I love it. Last night, high school football, and full transparency, Julian, our director, he and I were above Tom and Christy. We were on the top deck at Frontier High School, and the speaker's right above us, and that's a luxury for a play-by-play guy when I don't really have to really wait. I don't have to really say the name just yet. I can wait for his pronunciation. I can wait to make sure he and Christy have it right, and then I say, oh, yeah, tackle made by Jones. Very good.
Yeah, and usually it wouldn't happen unless she gave me the number. Everyone's like, hey, you do a great job doing that. I'm like, I have no idea who's on that tackle. She's the one that tells me. So Christy, really the backbone of what we do here at Bakersfield College and over at Frontier High School.
Well, you're the backbone of this show, and we're going to close with football. Now we get into our overtime game predictions. I don't think it's going to go overtime. I'll go first because you've got way more content than me. I just look at the intangibles of this being head coach Tyler Thompson's first game at Memorial Stadium as the head coach. I look at a team that came off a good win last week. I look at a team with a deep running back room and two quarterbacks, not always maybe a dream scenario in some senses, but for this sense right here, I'm telling you, two really, really good quarterbacks. I don't see the Renegades giving this game up tonight. I have them winning by 2 touchdowns.
I'll tell you what, it's going to be a little bit tough for the Renegades tonight. That Hancock team is defensive run heavy. They really stopped the ball. 65 yards of running is all that their opposing team got out of them last week. So it's going to be a little bit of a tough ask for them. In the kicking game for the Renegades, that's really going to be the key tonight. Carlos Villa, he's going to be the guy. And honestly, Carlos Villa, perfect last week, is going to have to lift the Renegades up over the top tonight. And I'll tell you what, Alan Hancock, they'll find a way to get down the field because they pass really well. So if the Renegades on their defense, Richard Gooden's going to be key in that secondary for the Renegades to stopping that passing attack. Bubba Nettles is also another one that we're going to count on for the Renegades. He's the one that's going to do the heavy lifting, over 100 yards rushing last week for the Renegades. I see him as being instrumental in trying to get through that defensive front, and they're going to have to spread the field and
Wow.
use the feet basically of Malachi Statler. He scrambles way better than Carson Woods does, but Carson Woods also has the ability to extend the field and pass down the field. So Renegade's really going to have to spread the field to get that defense out of order and be able to split that defensive secondary and get through in order to score.
Tom's got him winning 31-21 by 10. We have exactly 10 seconds left. Tom, thank you. Thank you to all you cats making this thing happen. Todd, thank you. Reminder, our next show is in 2 weeks, September 20th. We will be here. We'll have more guests. We're going to talk about a lot of things. We hope you enjoyed it all. Have a great night. Go Gade.
Bakersfield College Athletics thanks you for watching this broadcast. For more BC Athletics sports videos, highlights, and replays, subscribe to Bakersfield College Athletics on YouTube. And for news, live broadcasts, and schedule information across all our sports, visit gogades.com. Bakersfield College Athletics thanks you for watching this broadcast. For more BC Athletics sports videos, highlights, and replays, subscribe to Bakersfield College Athletics on YouTube. And for news, live broadcasts, and schedule information across all our sports, visit gogades.com.